Hey everyone, welcome back. So in this video, I want to show you guys a framework to do the entire document scanning and intelligent feature extracting end to end. So we're going to do this video in two parts. The first part, we're going to talk about how to make an API call to Amazon's Textract and to conduct your OCR and get the data out of the picture. And then the second part of the video, we're going to talk about how to use GenAI to extract and create the features. So with that being said, let's start with the first part. Right in front of my screen, I have this first function. This is the first attack, right? You want to convert any image into a base64 format, and this is the code that you do it. So you run the code, assuming that you have some sort of picture in your directory. For example, here I have an insurance policy. It's a JPEG format. I can open that real fast. It looks like this, right? It's a scan from somebody's insurance policy. This can be your check, your financial document, so on and so forth. So with that being said, you scan it and the image will be converted into base64, which looks like this giant string of a bunch of combination of special characters, numbers, and letters. Obviously, you can't read that. So what you're going to do is from here, you're going to pass this image base64, and you're going to make that API call. So how we do it is here we actually have a post request and parse response function. This function will actually help you to unpack the response from that API call. So let's see how that look like. Here I actually have my own API stood up. You can actually make this API call. It's a public available API. I support that. And you can make the API calls by sending in this payload. And its payload is that image base64 format object that we talked about above. And you're gonna make that post request API call and parse the response. So you're gonna get some result out, and this result I can show you real fast. It might not look like much, but it's a giant JSON file, right? A bunch of numbers, bunch of information in here, and no one can read that. So let's delete that. So how do you read that? Well, we use this function called the draw bounding box to help you read what's inside of that giant JSON file called the result dictionary. So it's a draw bounding box function. Essentially, what we do is we use image draw library to create that drawing object. And then we have a couple of fail proof here. Those are just technicalities. We have a for loop here going into every single geometry, every single bounding box. And then we get the bounding box, right, left top, width, height, and you simply just gonna draw rectangles. So that's how this function work together. It's not that complicated. It's just draw a bunch of boxes on your picture. So with that being said, now you can run this function. Boom, there you go. That's what it looks like. So you have an image, you make an API call, it gives you a bunch of results. You can't see what's in it, but you can draw bounding boxes, and that's what the bounding box look like. So there you go. This is the part one of the video. The next video, we're going to dive into how to extract these information using GenAI.